Let's talk about the business scale engine. This is our internal methodology that I wanted to share with the world to help you build your business better. It's how we think about business. It helps keep us focused, helps keep our priorities in the right priority order, and of course, just make operating day to day a lot more efficient with a lot less headache. So let's dive right in. I break building a business into 3 chunks. And again, every part of building a business matters. So this isn't about which is more important or whatever, because it all needs to be done at the end of the day. This is about how do I think through my business in big chunks so that way I don't get overwhelmed by 100 little details. So let's talk about it. First, go to market. This is customer acquisition, retention, activation. It's getting the customers, keeping the customers, and turning them into evangelists, people that spread word of mouth, that get other customers to come to your business. This is a great thing to focus on. It's very helpful in the early stage when you're looking for interviews, when you're looking for letters of intent, when you're trying to do customer discovery and validation. And of course, it's helpful slightly later once you have the product because you want customers. You want people to use your business or, use your solution, and then of course, grow that into the market. This includes the organic, meaning the more free you're posting, you're engaging, you're networking, stuff like that. And the inorganic, where you're running paid ads, you're doing marketing, you're putting out paid PR, whatever it might be. Next, we have research and development, R&D. This is the CTO side and the development side. CTO side, meaning thinking through the actual system solution end to end. Who do we need? How are we going to build it? What's the architecture? What language are we using? What languages are we using? Are we using Azure or AWS or some other offering? There's a lot that goes into the overall architecture of your business. And this is where, let's say, that CTO knowledge comes into play. On the development side, this is the actual typing. This is getting the code written. This is building the marketplace, doing the design. Some of your R&D might be that you're building a marketplace that you have to get a bunch of graphics made for so that way it looks nice. Welcome to the combination hybrid, go-to-market R&D, but it's a part of building your business and part of building your solution. So here we go. Last but not least, required support operations. This is legal, compliance, HR, finance, operations, all the things. And I say this as a financier that aren't that fun, right? They're not that exciting, but they're incredibly necessary. And they can be huge, benefits and provide huge benefits to your business if you do them well. Also, these are things that need to be done. I say need not lightly, because remember, this is all about efficiency. I don't want you doing a single thing that you don't have to do, because you're going to end up wasting a bunch of time trying to do things efficiently, because you have to test a bunch, you have to try a bunch. The last thing we need is junk on your plate, because that's how you turn a 1-year process into a decade process. We're not having that. But what we have going on here is you need to get your legal done, because if your business works and then you don't have good legal, you're begging for a problem and a very sad day. Same with compliance, same with HR, same with finance. These are things that I want to encourage you to do, not because they're fun and exciting and amazing, but because they're in the best interest for you and your business. This is very, parent-child. I promise it's worth it. You got to trust me. You got to be willing to do the work, the things that you do not want to do, because in the long term, it will absolutely benefit you. So when you look at this, it's a question of, okay, now what do I do? Well, the trick is to get the engine going. So our goal always is to start with the most important, meaning go to market. Why? Because I can do a bunch of R&D and I can do all my legal, but if there's no business, if there's no demand, if there's no validation, who am I doing it for? Myself? Is this like a science project? If so, by all means, knock yourself out. That's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you to build something. And if we're building something, then guess what? We need to actually focus on who we're building it for, generate that demand, and keep that engine going. From there, let's assume we have that part of the engine moving. Now we get the product ready because, okay, we have this demand, we have this validation. We need this product to start actually getting confirmed, because you can live with theory, but we need reality, because reality equals demand and usage, and demand and usage mean capital or growth or revenue or whatever upside you're aiming for. And last but not least, listen, we can have all the customers and we can have all the product, but if we're not doing the required necessities, let's say, for example, you want to close that product. You've done all the work to get all these leads. You've done all the work to build this solution, but now you don't have your contracts done. So you can't actually sign that big old client that you've been working so hard to get. That's unfortunate. And it could have been handled, and it could have been handled weeks ago if you would have prioritized it. So as you go through your business, this is the engine I go through. Am I doing the go-to-market? Am I doing the R&D? Am I doing the RSO? And it goes over and over and over. And eventually when your business and the teams and the energy starts flowing the right way, this engine takes off and it turns to a flywheel, which propels you and your business forward.